Hello, and thank you for joining me. It was already there, but I made it go away just so I could make it come back. That makes sense, right? Americans guess the cost of British healthcare. 0? No? I thought it was 0. Maybe I would do really good on this because, well, let's see. I don't know. I thought it was 0.
This U.S. country, it's nothing but a strip club. It's nothing but hustle.
What'd she say?
We can have all this. We should be able to have good health care.
That's facts.
Universal health care should be, something we all should strive for. We nickel and dime each other here, and people don't realize.
It might not look like it, but we're in Dallas, Texas. In terms of healthcare, this city is the least insured in America. Around a quarter of people don't have any cover at all. We're going to talk
Oof.
to regular Texans about the NHS and the cost of their medical bills. What's an average medical bill for a regular Texan? How much might that person be paying for their premium and their regular bill?
Let's say you break your arm. Regularly in the rest of the world, that's a couple $100. Here in Texas, easily $2,000, $3,000.
Could I ask you then to guess how much it might cost in the UK if you broke?
All right, finally. I mean, I guess my initial guess is I thought it was free, but I'll guess $130.
Your arm, that situation, how much do you think someone has to pay in order to have that fixed?
$200.
It's totally free.
Totally free. Wow.
I can tell you, I've got a busted shoulder, and I can tell you exactly how much it cost.
Do you mind?
Yeah, sure. It was $5,000 just to have a doctor look at my broken collarbone. Just to look at my broken collarbone.
Just to look at it. I think you might have got scammed. That should only be $3,000.
You had to pay that on arrival.
No, my insurance covered the majority of it, but my portion of it was about just shy of 3.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And then presumably ongoing physiotherapy, things like that?
That part's pretty much covered by insurance, but I have really, really good insurance.
Okay, sure.
So,
And is that through your job?
yeah.
Sometimes our jobs provide, but sometimes they don't.
So what's the case for you? Do you have insurance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So if something happens to you need healthcare?
We have to pay full price.
Right.
Yeah.
There are different prices at most hospitals for uninsured people or programs to help them. A little, anything helps.
And that presumably
You're probably still bankrupt, but
can be very expensive.
It can be very expensive.
Would you like insurance? Would you like to have that healthcare?
I would like to have one, but sometimes we can afford it.
Right now, I'm about to go to Mexico. Tomorrow, I'm going to travel for 2 weeks because I'm going to have some dental work done.
Okay.
Only because here in the States, it will cost me like $10,000.
$10,000 for the dental work here in the US. Do you mind me asking how much it's going to cost you in Mexico?
in Mexico, I wonder. I'm gonna guess if it's $10,000, man, I feel like that would be like braces and then some. I'm gonna say it's gonna cost $1,800.
About 1,000.
Wow, so 10%.
Yes,
And the quality of care as good?
as good or even better.
Wow.
Going to see
Even
the
better.
doctor's a couple $100 if you don't have insurance.
Right.
Just to get a checkup.
It's very obvious to someone like me. I'm first time in this city. It's clear there's a lot of money here. Big buildings, offices, nice cars. It seems like there is the money to be able to create this kind of system.
Right.
So why do you think there isn't
Well, they're spending all the money building buildings instead of on healthcare.
that level of healthcare?
I believe there is.
Okay.
That's the catch. I think that's the risk, but they just haven't allocated that money for the people.
We can have all this. We should be able to have good health care for all.
There's two versions really
That guy should be a politician. I'm gonna elect that guy.
being offered here, isn't there? Trump is offering something quite different to Joe Biden in terms of health insurance. Do you have a preference? Do you think there's one that's better than the other, or do you think the system at the moment?
I don't think there's none differences. I mean, it's all business. So pretty much as far as I have learned, which I'm 34 years old, this U.S. country, it's nothing but a strip club.
Okay, sure.
Sure, I mean, it's nothing but hustle. So that's what they're doing out there. They're just hustling. They really don't care.
You think it's the health?
No, they definitely don't care about you. They're definitely trying to make as much money as they can. That's absolutely true. But the one thing I always see in these videos is they're talking about how much the procedures cost. Why don't you talk about also how much the insurance costs? Because just because you have insurance, I pay, like, what do I pay? I think I pay like $500 a month and I never go to the doctor. So it's not just about, oh, if you break your arm. I never have anything wrong. Or if I do, I don't go to the doctor. I don't. And I'm paying $500 a month.
Care companies, the politicians, they're all sort of, it's about profit.
Yes.
Universal health care should be, something we all should strive for.
I'd like to see some healthcare changes. We need massive overhaul. It's not just about universal or anything else. It's just
Even the people agree. Even in Texas, they agree.
it's insanely expensive regardless. Start there.
Do you think that there's much political will in this city for that to happen? Do you think broadly people want that to be the case?
In the city, yes. In the urban areas.
That's true.
yes.
We are in the city.
Urban areas, they're typically more conservative and they're not really sure exactly what all that entails, and so they're not going to do it.
My
Exactly.
understanding is that people are generally sort of opposed to taxation here.
Yeah, but it's more, you start screaming about socialism more than anything. So that's really what they're going to do.
Rather than perhaps engaging with it as an idea.
Exactly, rather than actually thinking about it logically.
We can afford it as a country to take care of each other.
I can just imagine. I already know how horrible the government is with spending money as far as efficiency. Like, we could be taxed $0 more, and I guarantee you could just save a bunch of money on other BS that the government funds every year to make an amazing universal healthcare system. I don't know how you would ever get that done. You need someone that's going to go in there and actually clean it up. But cleaning up the entire government, I mean, it'd be a nightmare, huh? It'd be a nightmare.
And these nickel and dimings of these procedures that are costing thousands and thousands of dollars just aren't that expensive everywhere else in the world. We nickel and dime each other here, and people don't realize what universal health care means. Yeah, you'll pay a little bit more in taxes, but you're saving thousands at the doctors. And people really need to be educated on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that there's a lot of profit to be made in healthcare, especially in the United States, because people don't really have an option. The ambulance doesn't take you to, you don't say which hospital you want to go to. You go to the hospital that they take you to. There's usually not that many around you. You got to pay what you got to pay at that hospital, and they're setting the bills. So if you took profit out of it, it would have to be cheaper.
They just don't want to be.
And then the insurance companies. You got the insurance companies taking profit on a whole different layer of the system that's not even involved with the actual care. Whoa, I am getting heated, guys. I better shut this camera off before I say something I regret. Just kidding. Thank you for watching. That was fun. That was entertaining. Thanks, Politics Joe. And thank you. If your name's Joe, thank you too. Have a fantastic day. I hope to see you here again tomorrow. I'll be learning more about Britain or the UK. Something like that. That's what I do every day. Goodbye.